What's up, y'all? I'm gonna make a kind of deep and personal video this time. I want to talk about something that happened to me whenever I was a kid. I don't really talk about it that much. I mean, some people know about it, but I mean, they don't really know details. Whenever I was 14 years old,
I was raped. That's how I lost my virginity.
The guy that did it was my stepsister at the time, my older stepsister. It was one of her friends, and
he was like 23 years old. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
We had my stepsister's 18th birthday party the night before. My dad had gotten a keg. He had gotten a couple of kegs, had a keg party for her. And he gave all of us kids a cup. He said that if we lost our cups, then we were cut off. We couldn't drink anymore. Well, you know,
I believe that's whenever my actual drinking career started. We had a blast, you know, it was fun.
The next morning, we wake up and there's freaking people laying all over the place, passed out.
There's goats in our living room.
Freaking goats, like 5 or 6 goats in our living room. Our front door's wide open. Like later that day, after everybody had left, it was just me and my brothers and sisters and
a couple of my stepsister's friends.
Like these 2 guys and this one girl. Well, my stepsister and her girlfriend and my other brothers and sisters, they all decided to go to the store.
But you know, there's not enough room for me.
So they decided to leave me there.
Alone with these 2 older guys.
As soon as they pull out the driveway and they get down the road, the one guy, he he was standing at the door waiting on them to leave. And as soon as they leave, he like comes in the living room. He's like,
they're gone, they're gone.
And as soon as he says that, the main dude grabs me by my arm and pulls me into the back room, into my stepsister's bedroom. And he like pulls his pants down, and he's like pulling my pants down.
And I'm like telling him, no, stop.
Like, I don't want to do it. And he wasn't listening to me. He wasn't listening to anything that I was saying. And
I was really trying to play it cool, you know.
Because, you know, when I was 14 years old, I was just trying to be cool. I was around all these older kids, you know, which they were adults.
But to me, they were just older kids.
And I was trying to be an adult, and I wasn't. I was, you know, a kid.
But, the guy, like, pretty much, he was a, like, bodybuilder, or whatever. He was really, really strong, and he like, grabbed my arms and, like, pulled me, like, forced me on top of him. And it hurt really, really bad. And as soon as my stepsisters and them got back, the other guy ran.
And he's like, they're back.
And the guy that had done that to me, he was
like, you better not tell anybody, you know,
like threatening me, and like it scared me. I didn't
want to get in trouble, for one.
Because when I was 12, I already had a boyfriend call my parents and tell them that he was having sex with me just because I broke up with him and he was trying to get back with me, and he thought that if he told my parents that we were having sex that I would get back with him.
Which is freaking stupid.
Anyways, I whenever that happened, when that boy had done that,
I got grounded for 6 months and I got my ass beat.
I mean, like, beyond beat. I like about got murdered for something I didn't do. So this time, I wasn't playing around. I did not want to get in trouble, so I wasn't about to say anything to nobody. Later that day, that guy, like, he had, I know everybody's, you know, probably done it or heard about taking a lighter and you heat it up till it gets really, really hot and then putting it on your arm or your hand or wherever. Like, he did that to me. He, like, he was sitting there, well,
Yeah, he like grabbed my arm. He's like, this way you'll never ever forget, you know, this day or whatever.
So when my stepsister gets back home, like, I'm sitting on the couch with my knees up, like, you know, holding my knees, and
Somebody, I don't remember who it was.
but somebody like looked over at me and they were like
Hey, you started your period.
laughing at me because I had bled through like my shorts, like I had blood on me, and
So they thought that I had started my period, but really I was bleeding because I had just been raped, you know.
and I mean, and also I was a virgin, so I like got really upset, so I went home. I went to my house. Like, we had a trailer that was our parents. Technically, we weren't like actually stepbrothers and sisters yet because our parents were still dating. They weren't married yet. We just considered each other brothers and sisters. And at that time, we had 2 houses. We had that house that we were staying at, and then we had a trailer that my dad had that we lived at. After, you know, they started picking on me about having blood on my shorts, I like went to the trailer and I got in the shower with my clothes on. All my clothes on. I'd stayed in the shower for like 2 hours crying. I was so upset. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't talk to anybody about it.
And it took me a long time to talk to anybody about it.
And we, like a week later, me and my stepsister, like she was my best friend. Me and her, like, we ended up going to like her cousin's house or whatever and staying for a couple weeks because it was the summertime. And when we got back, like the night that we had got back, the oldest stepsister, the one that, you know, we had the party and it was her friends or whatever, she like called me in the bathroom and she was like,
Yeah, I know you fucked so and so. She's like, you're a whore.
you know, like calling me names and shit. She didn't know the story. And like,
It really hurt my feelings, you know, because, I mean, I looked up to her.
like I really looked up to her, and it just hurt, you know. But anyways, I don't know if anybody really even wanted to hear that story or not. But if anybody has any questions or anybody needs to talk to about how I got over it, or anybody wants to hear anything else, let me know in the comments section below, or DM me if, you know, anything else, whatever. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Share, subscribe, follow, you know.
I ain't even gonna ask you, I can read you like a book. Girl, if I ever saw one that's and I can't believe I did that.